On now. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to me, Tina here. Welcome everyone who's following my channel. First of all, I would like to thank you for following me. And if you just kindly, just quickly subscribe, click like, and today we're going to be bringing back Brent Boatman. He is the one and only UFO hunter, the tour guide. He's the only one I know personally. So let's welcome Brent. Brent, how you been?
I'm good, Tina. I'm really good. Nice to
Good,
see
good.
you. It always is. What a treat it was to run into you at the convention in LA.
Right, right. We actually ran into each other. The first time we met was at in Vegas at the UFO. I guess I'm not
I
quite
think it
sure
was a
exactly.
wellness convention.
Yeah, yeah. And then we met again this last February in a Conscious Life Expo, which, I always also ran into quite a few people who I have known in this, world of metaphysics for many, many years. So anyway, Brent has shared some fascinating videos that he has a video. He has proof of the UFO. It is the one that he took his clients, on his tour to experience the flying object. And he has done this for so many in his life. He traveled around United States and bring people to experience, life. He has this gift that he's able to call in the UFO, and they'll come in and show up. So, Brent, why don't you just, let the audience experience what you have experienced with your clients? You were showing me a few of them, which was fascinating, right?
Yeah, yes. I was just lucky to be there at the right place at the right time.
No, I don't say it's lucky. This is your path. This is your work. I mean,
It
there's no
is.
such thing as being
It is.
lucky.
It
You get a
is.
lot of people who would like to experience this, and you always experience this. So, I mean, you got list of videos, I mean, you have tons of clips. And
Right. Yeah,
mhm,
this is true. And I know my mission,
yeah.
and I finally accepted it. I mean, who wants to say that UFOs follow you or follow me? I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody that. They'll think I'm crazy until some clairvoyant saw me once and they called me out on it and they said, "What's up with all these UFOs following you?" Her words were, "You're a mega airport." And I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." They're like, they held my feet down, and I felt comfortable enough and safe enough with them that I explained my story, my backstory, and that in my years of traveling, I met a master,
Mm,
just like Jesus.
hmm.
We vegetarian, we prayed, we meditated anywhere. I did because I was so into it, 3 to 4 hours every morning to the morning sunrise, breathing exercises with the morning sun, drinking the prana from the sun, just really aligning my body as much as I can take it to the spiritual level while I'm still in a physical body. I pushed it to the limits. And obviously, that deemed some doors and some portals opened up that I proved myself worthy of graduating to the next dimensions.
Mm,
And
mm,
when that happened, UFOs started to appear. But at the time, I had no comprehension of what UFOs had to do with spirituality. I didn't see the connection. I was only 21. But what I did do while I was with the master for those years was hone my skills with telecommunication, with tapping in to the universal consciousness and being able to come clear with the messages, read the messages, and act on them. And I got tested so much by, can he do this? Will he do this? Is he strong enough to go against all these people for this mission we're giving him? These kind of things happened when I was young, and I did it. And well, I proved myself worthy of a further education, and I was invited by the master to go to Paris for the we'll call it continuous school, which I didn't know what it was, but eventually I saw that it was an initiation.
So when was that? What year was that?
78.
Oh my God. So you have started this journey a long time ago.
1978, yes.
So you mentioned earlier about how you didn't realize that UFO connected to spirituality. Can you explain
Okay, while
what
I
is the
was in
connection?
Paris, I will. While I was in Paris, I started to elevate, and I went through this intense training.
Mm,
One night we were having dinner. It's just simple, and we ran out of olive oil and for our salad, and so I said, "I'll get it." And they go, "You know where it is?" And I go, "Yeah, it's at the cellar of the master's basement." And I'll go get it. So I walked out the door of the old house across this big mezzanine, a huge mezzanine, and then here's the mezzanine. And way down is a big valley, but right out here was a
yeah.
UFO.
Wow.
Okay, right there. And I'm like, okay, there's the UFO. Here I am. The master's unit, or where he lives, is up there. I'm gonna use my telecommunication skills and chime in and see what this is all about. So that's exactly what I did. I just kind of leaned forward and let my mind go to that space. And they said, "This is meant for you to see.
Oh, wow.
We want you to see this." And
So
I go,
you heard that yourself.
yeah. I said, okay. And then I heard, "Now go do what you came to do, because we don't want anybody to come out and find us." And I said, okay. So I went and got the oil. I came back out. It was still there. The ship was still there.
Mm,
And then I took it into the kitchen and I gave it to him, and I never said a word. In fact, I had these little pins made that you can put on your lapel, and they're UFOs, and they're the UFO that I saw in Paris. I drew it, and then I took
oh,
it to a foundry and had a nice polished pins made out of stainless steel in colors.
wow.
So that happened, and then when I left Paris, there was 3 of them that followed our car for 13 hours that we drove from Paris back down to the south of France. There was one above us and one on each side of the car. I mean, it was so close. I'm looking right up at the belly of the ship through the sun.
Wow. So what was the ship looks like to you at the time, the first one you had?
They were just kind of boring, kind of, round ships.
Mm,
Um, they had like a little turret on top,
yeah.
observation window, and then they had the power rings in the middle, and then down below it's kind of shaped like this, and then flat on the bottom, and the most beautiful colors came out of the windows. There were like windows there,
Wow.
and they were like orange, and then they go white, and then they go red, and they go purple, and they were sending out light, rainbow colored, beautiful colors from the bottom. It was just angelic. It was so beautiful. It really
So
was.
so why did they follow you, Brent? Why did they follow you? Can you share with the audience like what purpose? Why they show? And when did they start following you, or when did you start to have a connection?
Well,
Is
I
it
kind
since
of
France,
I
or when
I
you were?
I saw my first one when I was 3.
Mm,
So I came to Earth,
wow.
and they've been following me my whole life. And a lot of other people have that same thing to them too. They're not aware of it.
Yeah.
And so what I do is I do UFO sky watches, where it's in short, I teach people how to get into the right consciousness, the right frequency, like I learned with my master, and that calls them in.
Okay, good. Now, what you just say was a magic word, because I know a lot of people would love to experience UFO, but they don't know how to go about getting that experience. And you just mentioned that you are showing people how to call them in with the right frequency.
That's right.
Okay, is that what you teach? You offer this class, or you are, because I know you do you do a tour guide for your clients to experience them themselves, and you call them in and you
Hmm.
show your clients how to get into that state of frequency,
Hmm.
correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
And well, when I wrote my book, UFO to IFO, Your Galactic Family and Beyond, IFO stands for Identified Flying Objects. They don't wish to be separate. They want to be close. They don't want to be called unidentified. They want to be identified. They want to actually merge with us, but they won't because we're too toxic. Our species is too hateful, and they just like, you guys, pretty barbaric. And
Yeah.
if you think about it, we're the only species in the universe that has bombs pointed at ourselves. I mean,
Right.
really?
Yeah.
And they just scratch their head. They go, or we'll shoot somebody, and then we'll run over and try to save them.
Right.
They go like, we don't understand this thinking. It's we don't understand it because they think so literally, almost like a dog thinks. You know, a dog is like, I'm gonna get you, and they're like, but you're just playing with the dog, you know, or you're saying, I want to play with you, and like,
Right. Right.
So when you talk to them, I mean, I've talked to them before, and I said something. The guy didn't know how to take a joke. You know, he didn't know how to take a joke, and I'm like, because he takes the word for what it is. He doesn't take the humor in the sentence. And I had to. It's another story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now you have some clips that you would like to show the audience as well. This is a recent one that you have taken, right?
Oh yeah. Well, what happened was my daughter and a bunch of us get together and we do C5 events, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
And on this time, we are to go somewhere, and it didn't work out over in Mount Adams. We were actually going to go to the ranch, but it didn't work out. So we just went and booked our own Airbnb, which is better. So we got to create our own vibration and our own frequency,
Right.
not that of the ranch. We had our own. It was fun. Each person was in charge of a meal, and it was so loving and great. And there was pianos, and we played music, and we created this very harmonious, elevated frequency in the home for the weekend. So we went out to Skywatch that night and look at the mountain. And while we're all out there, we saw a lot of ships, and then we saw these beings. It's pretty grainy because it was so dark, and I'm just using a very light sensitive video camera that I recorded it with, and it looks a little fuzzy, this and the other, but you can make out the images. Now the bushes are about over 4.5 feet tall, and the beams stuck up like 4 or 5 feet above that. So that gives you a idea of how
okay, good. And do you have an idea who they are, where they're from?
I don't know, but they're probably Palladian. This mountain here in the back, can you guys see my on the screen?
Actually, you have to share screen right now. Yeah, if you click share screen,
let me
and it should come up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the green button.
That, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
There you go. There you go. You got
now
it
I can
come
do it.
up. Yeah.
Do I see it share screen?
Yeah, I see the Zoom screen.
Okay,
you have Zoom in
Here
front.
we go. Okay. This is we'll start here. This is a ship flying over. And we're just kind of talking to it and thanking them. And I do that all the time because they're of service. Now, if you zoom in, you can see around this. There's sometimes you can see the color of the ship.
Right.
And this is what I'm doing by asking people to ask it questions, because when
there's another one coming.
The person
look, you see a bunch of them.
With the ship will light up or do something, and that person will know that is
hey, but you don't see just one, you see a lot of them here. Right, Brent?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
There's a lot of them. It's not just one.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Cool. Wow, that's awesome. So I can see to the right, there's
Thank
3.
you. See how it's turning away from us now? It came over here to say hello, now it's turning away. It was just a quick hello.
Well, that's a good one. Yeah, it's very dark there, I can tell.
Yeah, it's really, really dark. And how do I get out of here? Jesus. How do I reduce it? I'm sorry.
No problem.
Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. So that was just the start. Now the mountain was in the background, and then
Right.
this is the beams here in the field. This light here is a ship, and then there's
Wow.
another light up on the mountain, which is a portal to the mountain. So we're out there sky watching, and all of a sudden, out in the field, this appears.
You see them?
Yeah.
Now notice there's no light shining at them. They're just
Mhm.
glowing from within.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So the purple. Wow, the color just kind of,
Everybody's so excited.
yeah, the color just zoom out. And that's a very dark place.
Yeah, it is. And then this might be, oh, this is another clip of UFOs.
Too close to be.
That one right there.
Oh,
You see the
yeah, that's a
colors?
lot of them in the sky.
There's two of them, yeah.
They know you're there. They know where you're at. They know what you're doing. They know everything, every thought, every feeling, every vibration you have. They know.
We talk
Yep.
up,
You can't hide anything from
we come
them.
here, say hello, we welcome you. Oh,
See that one fall right there?
Yeah.
welcome you to come here.
Wow. So the audience just check out all these
We're
spacecraft. You can see a
breaking-
lot of them are moving around. There's a lot of them though.
Yeah. They come to celebrate our presence.
Pretty cool.
There's not too many people that kind of like do, I mean, I'm sure there is, do what we do, and they just like, they want to come and join in our love and our feast and feel our emotions and feel our joy too. So we very intentionally go there and do this and invite them.
Nice.
And so
That's why they show up.
Yeah, they're there going to celebrate too. So did I play this one?
Okay, this is up in the mountain, the same mountain you were before,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, there's different.
Yeah, I can see the shape of the mountain there.
Yeah, and the light there. Now we're 13 miles away from the mountain. It doesn't look like it, but it's a long ways away. And I want to show you this here. What I did was I went back in the daytime and I shot a video. So
Right.
in the exact same spot I was the night before. The beans were over about here, right here.
Right, I remember, but the purple color, right?
Yeah,
Purple
yeah.
light, yes.
Yeah, and then the light on the mountain is way up here. But you can
Wow.
you can see all the distance and all the miles between here and the mountain. And up here is a door to the mountain right there. And there's a light on that mountain that goes on every night.
And which mountain is this one? Where is this location, Brent?
That's Mount Adams.
Mount Adams? Oh,
Volcanoes are very active. They like to live in volcanoes.
so why do they like to live? Why do they like to live in the volcanoes?
I believe there's something to do with the nitrogen or something in the mountains, the energy.
Mm,
I mean, if you think about it, my daughter figured this one out. She goes, "Dad, if you think about it, I mean, they're always in the sun. They live around the sun. They're always getting the energy from the sun. They're in the sun, and they come down here, and a volcano is the closest thing they have to the sun. There's
mm.
something in the volcano that fuels the ship. There's a mountain where I live called Mount Baker, and my mom used to call me and say, Brent, they're over the mountain fueling up, and she'd see UFOs hovering over the mountain, and
Wow.
they would fuel up. And I have seen many of ships, even portals open up.
You have seen portals open up, you said.
Yeah, I had a meditation group and they wanted to see ships, and I go, okay, let's pick the time and the place, and they did. And we're standing there, and right in front of us, 2 portals opened up, and 2 monster ships came through the portals, and they hovered right above us, right over the little disciples, over the 6 of us, and then they took off to Mount Baker.
Wow. And you sure that's not military aircraft?
Yeah, no, they were actually, I mean, the portals, you could see the ring, you could see the electricity, the buzzing around the ring. You could see everything. It was just floating in the air right across us, It's just like.
And at what speed do they take off, when you saw that?
They took off real fast. gone.
Wow. Now, let me ask you, what area of the sighting that you normally go to?
That was just Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
That
So
night.
you are in the side of California. Currently, you're in Arizona, correct?
No, I'm in Austin.
Austin. Okay, yeah, you're in
I'm in
Texas.
Austin right now.
So
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna do
travel
it.
throughout different state and show your clients.
Yeah, I'm doing the shooting. They're gonna film an event April 22nd.
Who's gonna film the event?
Infinite TV is gonna film it. I'm doing another CFI event on March 25th and April 22nd. I'm doing another one, and we're getting a group of people together, and we're gonna take it a little bit further. We're gonna teach breathworks.
Nice.
I don't know. Have you done breathworks?
Oh yeah, I've done. Yeah, I
You know the
teach.
elevated feeling you feel like when you get to that state of breathing
Yeah, yeah.
is very comparable to the elevated consciousness that you need to go to in order to set out a beacon and ask for their presence to come.
Okay. Well, one of this interview, maybe you can show us how you do breath work, if you don't mind, unless that's for your clients only. Yeah.
Yeah, I have actually an expert teach that, Jeremy Salinas.
Yeah.
He's a great breakthroughs teacher. He's awesome. He teaches it, and he's going to run the class through it that night. And then from there, we're going to go to the field, put out our blankets. We'll have blankets and lay down. And I'm going to guide them through a meditation, more so to get the heart, the lungs, and the mind in sync and send out a signal, and for them to come.
Cool. Maybe I should take up one of your tour, Brent.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that. Just have to find out. Now, where can people find out about what's going on with your program, your tour? How would they find out about it?
I posted it on Meetup.
Okay. So
It's
you have your
time.
meetup. All
Yeah,
right.
it's on Meetup. It's called The Truth About You and UFOs.
Okay, then send it to me. I'll post it under description for those who would like to
Okay,
connect with Brent.
thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. There's so many people who would like to experience that. They don't know how to go about doing that. So someone like you who does the tour guide to witness and show them how to connect to the UFO.
Mhm.
This will be a real treat, right?
Yeah. The best part about it is when they go through, they're not the same when they leave. They're just more elated, more well-rounded, more happy. They go, wow, I believe now.
Nice.
It's like there's no denying it now.
It's like
And
initiation.
it's really what happens. We did one in Arizona. It was on my birthday,
Yeah.
and 6 ships came over. And we'd ask it to power up. Light up.
Yeah.
And they would just light up the sky.
Wow.
And they would send energy down to us. And we
That-
all felt it, and we were all just like that when we saw the aliens in the C5 event. But we all got so elated from the experience that we all looked in the mirror and our eyes were beaming with light, and we looked 20 years younger. It was amazing.
Wow.
And we had the funnest weekend, all of us, no alcohol, nothing. The funnest weekend, just
How many people were there?
Light, huh?
Yeah. How many people were in that group?
That time, well, we did my book launch there, and there's probably about 40. And then when we went to the Skywatch, there was good 30.
Wow, that's quite a lot of people there.
Yeah, and
Well,
then they actually, they were flying right over our group. There's other groups elsewhere, but no, they were directly over us.
Wow. So what area were you guys at the time when you experienced that?
Sedona,
6 of them.
Arizona.
Where?
We're at Sedona, Arizona.
Oh, Sedona. My God. Okay, cool. So right now you're doing the tour in Austin.
Yeah, I'm in Austin now to bring it there. This is where the television station is, and my daughter lives here, and she's a big magnet too. Oh my heavens.
Oh boy.
My
Runs in the
daughter.
family.
She doesn't even have to look where they're at. She'll just be like, there's one over there, Dad.
That's so
And
cool.
look, and there's one there. I go, Becky,
Yeah.
how do you know? She goes, they just tell me. She doesn't even look.
Awesome. Hmm. So you
she's
guys
like,
very connected with you know, this group of the ET.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
much.
Well,
Well, you know, audience, just to let the audience know, Brent also has his book out on Amazon.com, right?
yeah,
It's called UFO or IFO.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna have the book listing, you know, the link underneath the description, and you guys can go and grab his book as well. He's also quantum hypnosis. I mean, quantum QHST, quantum hypnosis healing therapy. I mean, I am a QHST too, but I never, you know, uh, able to pronounce it the whole name.
Yeah, quantum hypnosis healing technique.
Technique of therapy, you know, something like that. We have
Yeah.
called QHST for a long time. So you have been doing this therapy as well, right, Brent, to your clients?
Yes, it's where through that is where I get a lot of confirmation about my ET contact. They'll come through and talk to me.
Through the
When
clients,
somebody
super
is deep
conscious.
when somebody is deep under hypnosis, and they'll be like, wait, somebody wants to talk to you, and another being will come through. A lot of times it's actually Dolores, the teacher, will come through with a message.
Nice, nice, nice.
One time I asked her, I said, are you familiar with the UFO experience I had in Blaine, where the portals opened up? And they said, you called us, we came.
Nice.
I go, what? She goes, yeah, you're the one who wanted us to show up, so we came.
That's awesome. That's
And I'm like,
confirmation.
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 Yeah, very cut and dried, right?
Yeah, yeah, totally. It's like,
Kind of
okay,
cut and dried.
you called, that's why we're here.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I don't really remember calling them, but I guess I did on a deep level when we said, yeah, you want to see UFOs, we'll go and I'll show you. So that's how much they are intertwined with our consciousness and our minds.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing, I'm not kidding you folks, there's nothing you can't get away with.
Well, they can read your mind. They tap into everything about us. I mean, they are much more advanced than we are, you know.
Yeah.
So they can they know where you are. They can totally tap into your energy. They know who you are.
When I was with my master, when I first got there, he would, he'd go up there and lecture, and I'm going, wait a minute, I had that thought yesterday. And then it was happening more and more every day. And I'm like, who in the fire truck is ratting me out? And I realized I never said that to anybody, but yet he had my consciousness pegged word for word, feeling to feeling over something that transferred through my mind the previous day. There's everything. And I go,
so who was your master, Brent, the one who taught you? Is he still alive?
No, he passed away on Christmas Day, 1984. Omram Mikhail Ivanov.
Oh, that's too bad. That unfortunately he's no longer around.
But his books are out, and I picked up one of his books, and that's what changed my life.
Wow, would you mind share a link to his book too?
I'm sorry?
Can you share a link to his book too, so the audience can grab?
Yeah.
Cool.
No,
cool.
that just changed my life. And I was in Germany, and I was reading his book, and all these changes were taking place. And when I finally, 6 months later, I went to his garden, I realized the presence of being in his presence and the presence I felt in my garden, I mean, in Germany, was the same feeling.
Wow.
And I was cocky. I said, you knew where I was, you knew what I was doing, and you knew I was coming here.
Nice, nice.
And he just like, holy shit, the little brother is smart. I had it figured out. And, then I went to shake his hand goodbye, and he spun me around, and he took his arms and he put them up against my solar plexus. And I just saw a white flash go through my mind. Pure light went through me. And when I came through, I had like universal consciousness. I could see through walls. I could read people's minds. I had this power that was not normal.
And you still carry that.
Yeah, I kind of polluted it.
Yeah, it does go away,
Yeah,
it does,
yeah.
it does.
But I
Awesome.
know that when I meditate to link up with my star family, that when I hit that frequency is where they're at. So
Mhm.
I have the bar where I need to go. So I try to
So,
go
so
there.
who is your star family, Brent?
I'm Palladian.
Palladian.
Yeah, I got a
Cool.
big family.
Cool. So let's see some more. Do you have any more videos to share?
Yeah, I got one right here. I got so many of them.
I know.
Wow.
They're just like, now, this is how you can tell they're a UFO.
It is powered up.
I don't know. They,
But
if you film it and play it back, there'll be a dark ring around it.
So
I don't know
someone
if I can
asked
blow
you,
this
how
up
can you
anymore,
tell?
but there's usually a little darkness around it.
I'm over here, buddy. I'm over here. See me?
Those are some people coming. These ships are all lit up for us.
Yes.
And then they'll slowly start to go out as they get out of our eyesight.
Is this
Oh,
one
like-
ship with all these lights? Because that looks like all the lights in one ship.
Yeah, it's powered up.
Yeah.
And then it'll go out. I wanted to find the one I just shot here over the house about a week ago. It was flying over.
Cool.
And then it went red, and then you could see as it's getting farther away, it just kind of goes out. But it's not because it's far away, it just turns the light out. And
Okay.
it was red.
Okay, let's
I didn't pull it up. I'd have to fish for it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay, no
But I
problem.
have it. I have you saw I have hundreds of them.
I know you got, well, after years of your touring and hunting the UFO, of course, you're gonna have a bunch of them. The one with the one with the purple light with the being that you took, that was interesting, because
Oh, that one was over the water. It was the first. This was our gate. We'd have to walk over this to go to the house in Mount Adams. It's kind of a fun little.
where is Mount Adam? What state is it in?
It's like the corner of Washington.
Okay.
And excuse all the photos, but you want to see the purple one?
Yeah, you definitely got a lot of files here.
This is wait a minute, let me show you this. This
So,
one
right,
here.
Okay.
This is the one I drew of the ship that I saw in Paris. That's
Wow.
actually the pin. That's the pin that I had made. You see the colors down below?
Yeah.
They would change colors. That was the pin. And then this is all just, this is a ship here. This is actually one frame of a video. This is a video, and I was able to stop it on one frame of it flashing. I woke up, I had a dream, and they said, now when you wake up, we want you to go look over the balcony as proof that you were just on a ship over the ocean. And I said, okay. I got up and I walked to the balcony, and I didn't see anything, but all of a sudden through my optics, I see a red flash. And then it flashed again, and I filmed it, and this is what it was. Now, as I'm watching this one, okay, I'm watching this one. Those are all videos. The purple one, this is a visit from a Sasquatch. The purple one came through. Oh, past. Nope, that's another video. I'm so sorry.
That's all right, no
We
problem.
parked it because we did. Oh, guy. These are all videos of, weight loss. Where is it? I have a real interesting one if I can find it. I don't know where. Yes, this is embarrassing.
It's okay.
The purple one is very Oh, this is something very,
And who's that guy with the white beard?
that's the master.
Oh, wow.
Look at the light in his hand.
So that's the one you met in Europe,
Yeah,
in
and
France.
this, he actually came to our house in California. That's at our house in California.
Wow.
See the light in his hand? And
Yeah.
this is over here is a school in the south of France. We had to do commercials as a child. This is me doing one. Here we are getting our photos done to get, these are
Yeah.
poses to get more photos done for commercials. There's the master meeting Ronald Reagan. I have one where you can actually see a being come off his back in a video. Well, here's a bunch of, let's see what these are. Until these are all UFO videos and orbs.
So Brent, I'm sure some people would like to find out what do you charge for to see about, and what is the length of time that people have to go with you?
Oh, well, we're charging $88 for the course. It's 2 to 3 hours.
Mhm.
I'm raising my donation, of course. I won't turn anybody away.
Yeah.
Raising money for more optics. The optics I use are like $4,000
Yeah.
to show you the sky.
Yeah.
Just one little thing you look through. You can see so much UFO activity up there with that, a little bit better than the naked eye. And then I
Right.
have another one that allows you to see the sky in color.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and you can see a lot with that one too.
Can you take picture from that?
What's that?
Can you take picture from those camera?
I film them. Yeah, a lot of the videos that you see are all shot with that camera. It's a digital camera. That's from the camera. All these videos are with the camera.
Mm-hmm. So you have listing for all your tours on Meetup, correct?
Well, yeah, I just started doing that because I want to reach out to Austin more, and I decided that now that I'm here and I'm going to stay here, I'm going to start to commit to doing them like once a month.
Okay. So you're in
Yeah.
Austin now. You moved to Austin.
Yeah, to be
Okay.
closer to my daughter.
I see. So from now on, your tour is going to be in Austin area, correct?
Yeah.
Austin is a nice area too. If anyone get a chance to go to Austin, Texas, that's a
Yeah.
very nice area.
Yes, it's nice. And I was talking with somebody yesterday from up north. I go, the UFO activity here isn't as much as it was in up north, where I'm from. And he goes, well, because the portal is up north. And I go, you know what? That could be true. There was like so much activity up there, but I know it'll pick up here too. They'll start coming here when they know they have a family here.
Wow, cool, awesome.
They're coming. They're coming here. They're coming out. They're not going to let us destroy this planet. They are our babysitters. They are not evil. They are very loving. I mean, very, very kind. Being in the presence of one is like take your grandfather or a family member and times it by 100. That's what it feels like. Never forget it.
Have you seen them? What they look like exactly with all those Palladians when you were young?
The ones that I've seen up close, they kind of black it out. Not black, they blind it out because I've only seen like in this area here in the eyes and the nose, and it's all white all along here, and I can see the eyes. But the talls, they kind of disguise themselves. I can't really say that. I have seen them in meetings before. I've seen all different species, from blue avian to all different kinds. I've seen them.
Nice.
I saw this one blue avian. I knew her. Her name was Anne. I had a crush on her. I go, hi, Anne. She goes, hi, Brent. And she had all these necklaces on, and they were all different colors. And the necklaces were like alive. They were full of life, and it told the story of her tribe, the history, and everything of who she was and everything else. At first, during the dream state, I thought it was makeup, blue makeup that you put on, girls wear. But then I look closer and I go, no, she is blue. And then I looked again, and I go, she's blue avian.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll never forget that morning. I woke up, I went to Google, I go punched in blue avian, and bam, there, same thing. And I go, that was her.
Wow, wow. So you
Yeah.
usually see them in dreams. Your dream is very, very vivid with all this experience.
Yes, that's one thing that I really drive home is
Mhm.
to teach people that that's your true, authentic home. This body and this tour that we're taking is just temporary,
Yeah.
and that's really where you come from. So I try to hook people up with their star family because I'd like them to utilize that energy and that wisdom and that knowledge more so, have them bring it down than what Earth teaches us on how to exist on this planet. Because as we're finding out, everything they've taught us and everything we're doing is a lie, and it's wrong.
Right, right. Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've been telling people for 40 years. I said, you guys, we're not supposed to live this way. It's a lie.
Right, we're
It's a
not supposed to
lie.
live this way. I agree with that totally. We're not
No.
supposed to be just work, 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 and pay the bill.
And then
I
die.
agree with that.
No.
Yeah.
And they profit off our backs, and then they're just using us. And this was supposed to be paradise. We're supposed to have everything provided for. You know, the master used to say, you know, in the Old Testament, it was like, knock and the door will be open to you. He says, in the new world, it'll be, why knock? The door's open. And as you can tell, that's happening more and more now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
You
Let's
know,
go ahead and close this share screen, Brent, so we can just have a little bit of face to face. You just kind of cool that you share with the audience some of this
I'm sorry,
flying
folks.
object. Now, let me ask you, when you take people on the tour, on every single tour, do you experience UFO on every single tour?
Yes, I have.
Ah,
Every one.
wow.
Every single one. Even the first one when I took a gal out to the desert. She didn't believe, and I said, I'll take you out there if you, and I'll show you. So we went out there, and I said, she goes, how do you do this thing? I go, well, Shay, you guys, friends, this is Shay. She's not really a believer, but you say hello, and all of a sudden, bam, a big light in the sky went off over us. And Shay just went, I said, see, Shay, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah,
It's not normal.
yeah.
And then I asked to see some things, and they happened. I go, see, Shay, who can call out and have these things done? I said, it's not normal.
Right.
So she went home, and she called me up. She said, Brent, come over in a nice shirt. I want to interview you. I go, nice shirt. Oh, sure. So I went over there, she did an interview, and she posted it on Meetup. This is in Las Vegas. And she posted it, and she said, Brent, my phone's getting blown up. They want to know who this contactee is. I'm like, what? I never heard the word, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they wrote an article. Brent Boatman, contactee, is doing a show such and such date at such and such a time. Be here at this address. And I'm like,
Cool.
I don't even know these people. I didn't know this address. I don't know the area. I don't know them. And Shay was like, oh, he's gonna get mad. You know, and I'm like, I was starting to get mad. And all of a sudden I hear from them, Brent, stop. We did this. We arranged this.
Nice.
It's time for you to come out now and speak boldly and fearlessly about your star family.
Right, right.
So
See what it is that Brent and I were talking
Okay.
about, how, you know, he used to cover up and never share all his experiences, you know, with his encounter with UFO and aliens and his star family. Because, you know, back then we were just talking about that too, that a lot of people would think you're crazy. And that's not something that most of us will be talking or exposing about it. Until now, when people are start waking up, Ascension time, we have noticed more and more people are beginning to open up and eager to actually hear about all this stuff, about the aliens, ET, different multiverse and things like that. This has been going on right now. I even said that at the Conscious Expo where we met. I remember 20 years ago, there were only a couple people, a couple hundred people. And wait, this year when we met, Brent, must be 3,000.
Yeah.
The day after, it was packed, back to back, 3 floors, and huge facility, huge hotel. And that's how much people are beginning to open up and woken up. And that's why Brent, has opened up, his experience fearlessly, right? Now, how long have you been doing this tour, Brent?
4 years. 4 years since the Vegas experience. We went out.
Nice.
I went out that night when they said we arranged this, and I said, okay, I'll do it. And we went and got in a circle, and they showed up. a good
Nice.
15 of them.
And that's why you experience them every single tour. That's why I
Yeah.
asked you if you ever have one that you never experienced one.
No, never been disappointed. Today I took my dogs down to the place where we're gonna go, and I was walking in a big circle. We give the energy, telling them this is where we're gonna be, and I releasing it to the universe. And they hear, they
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
they know, and they'll probably do a big old surprise because it's of the Earth's benefit that this happens, because if you elevate your consciousness, you can't help but change.
Mhm.
You can't hold a good and a bad thought. You can have one or the other, and when you're with them, it's all good thoughts, and that helps change the vibration of the Earth. That is my point.
That's right. That's right. That's his. All right, guys. This is a great talk, Brent. I know this is not too long, but at least an audience get to see, what you do, which is, I think, is fascinating, that a lot of people love to have experience, get to experiencing UFO. And Brent Boatman would be the person, the one and only I
Yep.
know, who will show you he's a UFO hunter, explorer, connected, anything that you would like to know about UFO. You can also grab his book as well, okay, UFO or IFO. And that's already on Amazon.com. The link is going to be there. You also can join his meetup. I'm going to get his link. Do email me, Bent, your meetup group, so
Thank
people
you.
can connect with you. Because I've always wanted to ask you, like, how do people know your schedule? So
Yeah.
he's in Austin, Texas right now. So if you're nearby, or you can fly in and get to experience with him.
Oh yeah, you won't be disappointed. And a real footnote here: the book is about 38 short chapters of experiences that I had, because I wanted people to read it and say, hey, that happened to me, I'm not alone. And
Exactly.
they'll give some encouragement to come and find us more, their own kind.
Well, they're ready to come in, but it's human we're not ready, because we're quite heavy on them actually. We need to clean up quite a bit, right?
Mhm, mhm.
So with that said, Brent, anything
Thank
else?
you.
No, well, last word that you wanted to leave it to the audience. Anything you would like to share?
You can try yourself.
There you go.
At a night
Experience
sky
yourself.
where you have good vision, just go to the sky and look up and get in your heart space and ask for a sign.
Yeah,
Be vigilant, be patient, and
perfect.
see if something doesn't show up. And there's
If it
more
doesn't
power.
show up,
Yeah. see
doesn't
if
show
something
up,
doesn't show up.
contact Brent.
Yeah.
He'll
Wanna
make
hear
them
it.
show up for you. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for watching. You have interest, look in the description of this video. You can connect with Brent through his meetup, and just check out the listing of his tour event to witness UFO yourself. Okay, he's in Austin, Texas right now, but you can fly in. It's a nice place to go, especially right now going into spring. It'll be a nice time to go and visit.
Oh yeah, it's real nice, real pretty here.
It'll be really pretty. Yes, nice town too, from what I heard. Been wanting to go. Maybe one of these days I'll fly in and just take a tour with
Okay. We'd love
just
to
for
have you.
experience. Yeah, definitely. I'll do that. We'll do a video on that.
Well, yeah.
It'll be fun. And grab his book on Amazon.com right now. I post it right there in the description. And guys, you enjoy this video, share with your friends, share with your family, whoever interested in this. click like and subscribe. So Brent, thank you so much for all
Thank
your
you.
time. And if you want to get a
blessings.
QSHT
All mine.
experience, yeah, you want to get the Loris Canyon QSHT experience with Brent in Texas, you can connect with him. California, you can connect with me. There you go. Hey, you go, guys. Thanks a lot. Have
Thank
a
you,
wonderful
Tina.
day. Until next video.
I love
Yeah.
you.
Love you. Love you guys. Thanks a lot.